Happy Wednesday. I just want to talk for just a minute about how God has really been showing me that it is not in my strengths that He wants to minister to other people. It's not in my areas of my greatest strengths, which is a little bit disappointing because, it looks good to have strengths, right? It looks good. However, most people who really need ministry need it because they're going through it. They're going through something. And what God keeps doing with me over and over is showing me how He's using my weaknesses. My weaknesses, the points that I have failed utterly and completely or have struggled so hard. And He wants to use those things to minister to other people. And He really highlighted that to me on Sunday night when we went to the concert for Seventh Day Slumber, Magdalene Rose. We had our other friends, Benevolence and Stuff for Not the Witch, and another awesome group there. But Magdalene Rose, when she ministers, and Seventh Day Slumber, and on all these other groups too, but specifically Magdalene Rose, she talks about her struggles with past self-harm and eating disorders, and in Seventh Day Slumber talks about the suicidal thoughts and attempt and things like that. And they minister to people with their weakest moments. And those are the most powerful moments in the concerts because there's people in the crowd that need to hear them. I needed to, my daughters needed to, and I know we weren't the only ones. But, being willing to be vulnerable enough to talk about your worst moment and your hardest struggle could maybe be the thing that helps another person, maybe help save their life or helps them know that there's hope on the other side of their whatever struggle it is. For me, my struggles have been a little different, but my struggles have been things like going through divorce, losing a child, an insecurity, body image issues, which I think that is a lot of women, honestly, maybe even men, just feelings of unworthiness and struggles with knowing even how to have a healthy relationship, or knowing that there's hope on the other side of the severe depression or anxiety, from some of the grief that comes along with some of the things, especially losing a child or a marriage. And God just wants us to be brave enough to open our mouth. He wants to use us if we're willing. So I am praying that I stop thinking bad about myself for the things that I've struggled with, and instead of doing that, realize that I'm forgiven and loved just like you are, and just start talking about it and how God is helping me through it or has redeemed me from it. So I'm going to be praying about that and what that looks like. But maybe that is what ministry looks like, when you get real and vulnerable and you show people that, yes, this is dark, but here's the light and this is the way forward.